Chivata is a small town which is located in the department of Boyacá, just a few kilometers from Tunja, the capital city, and it's known for its fresh air and beautiful landscapes. It's not a very well known tourist destination, but that's part of what makes it so special. If you want peace and nature, Chivata is the place to go. I was invited to this trip by my boyfriend's family. Actually, I traveled with them, and they were invited to attend a mass in honor of one of their beloved ones. My mother in law said that the weather was cold, so it was better to take warm clothes, such as scarves, gloves, hats, jackets, and to avoid feeling like so cold at night. Arepas boyacenses are considered one of the most delicious ones in Colombia, so they told me we were going to stop in a restaurant to try them. If I hadn't tried those arepas, I would have missed that unique flavor. They're made with corn and a part of the cheese, which is called cuajada, but they are so delicious. I really recommend them. As it was said at the beginning, Chivata is really close to Tunja, so if you travel from Bogota, you will have to go until the main bus station in Tunja and then take the round point and then take the first exit to the right. As if you were going to Toca or Sechaque, which are other two, like perhaps more recognized towns in that part of Boyacá. My father in law said to me that people were incredible and it was noticeable that the people were kind. If I hadn't talked to different people, I wouldn't witness their kindness and gratitude. Actually, one farmer told me, life is simple here and that's why we are happy. I told my friends that I had been told happiness comes from simplicity, a lesson I won't forget. And if I go to Chivata again, I will bring a journal to write more about the experience. It's the perfect place to reflect and connect with nature. Chivata is recognized among the locals because of two things. The first one has to do with its beautiful church, which was built in the colonial period and is considered one of the oldest in the region. The walls of the church were painted with traditional colors that reflect the culture of Boyacá, and the church is visited by many people during religious holidays. The second fact has to do with the discovery that was made and published some years ago, in which they explained that Simon Bolivar passed through Chivata, and it was back in like I don't remember, like 200 years ago, when he was making the campaign for the Puente Boyacá battle. My boyfriend told me that visiting the main viewpoint was a must because it was perfect for taking pictures. If I had brought a better camera, I would have taken more professional photos. The landscapes were stunning. Also, if I had taken more photos, I would have remembered more details. When we went to the viewpoint, it was around noon, so I considered that if we had gone to the viewpoint at sunset, we would have enjoyed an even more beautiful view. One of my boyfriend's aunt said that there were different mountains around the town, but there was one special one with the best view of the town. She suggested us that we could go in the morning and spend the day over there having a barbecue and sharing with the family. As you can see in the picture, you you can see the beautiful view, and there is like a huge lake and different clouds, and the sky was so beautiful on that day. We spent the complete day with his family. We made a barbecue and we drank some beers. We enjoyed the view. It was a day only full of those activities, just chatting, sharing time with family, and walking around the mountain. During my visit, different animals were seen. They were fed early in the morning by the farmers. The food for the chickens was prepared with fresh corn. And even though there are no pictures, I could also see different sheep and goats, which were usually given vegetables and grass. I could also see that the cows were being milked while the calves were being fed. As you can see in these pictures, there is one of my boyfriend's relatives feeding the calf, and they are usually given milk from their mothers, and some hens were given corn because they need like a very good feeding if you want like quality food, in this case meat and eggs. If I weren't curious about small towns, I wouldn't have discovered such a special place. Chivata taught me that beauty isn't only found in famous cities such as Bogota, Medellin, Cali, Barranquilla. Now, this trip helped me grow. Every decision I made, whether planned or spontaneous, was part of a unique experience that I always remember. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it inspires you to visit less known places too, unlike I read online once. Sometimes the smallest places leave the biggest mark on your heart.